Psychotherapist Dr. Lisa Palmer joins us now.
Psychotherapist and PTSD expert Dr. Lisa Palmer.
What do you all say in your field? You experts, you people with PhDs and have studied all this for a long time.
I like to describe it as that, you can throw away the book, but not the memory of the book. So unfortunately, when somebody experiences trauma, it can last a lifetime. So when you're watching television and you're experiencing those emotions, that can be triggering something in you. And a lot of viewers also have their own trauma. Let's not forget that 7.5 million people suffer from PTSD.
With the pandemic, people experienced a lack of freedom, they felt trapped, they felt helplessness, and their minds and their brains subconsciously relate a lot of this to experiences that they might have had in the past. Well, it's very difficult for victims to leave abusive relationships. A lot of times they develop an attachment to their abusers as much as they want to leave.
And you don't want to take that lightly, and parents, you can't cure these kind of problems just with medication or just even with insight. You really need deep-rooted help.
But what we have to realize is that we can't always control our circumstances, but we can control what's going on inside of us, and that's really where the happiness begins. So they say there's not stress, there's only stressful thoughts. So if we can manage our thoughts, we can control a lot in our lives. And we can do that by trying to get in a more positive mental state and living in the here and now to the future, and start defining goals that you want for yourself and your life, and just stop overthinking the past, stop going back. We have to go forward. We want to please everybody. And so we're doing too much. We're taking on too much. And one of the things, again, going back to take care of yourself, because you have to take care of yourself to be your best for everybody else.
What are our own needs, and where do we need nurturance in our own lives, and how can we meet those needs and not just be a human doing, but a human being?
A lot of parents struggle with trying to figure out how to help someone with an eating disorder, because it can be very touchy. The more they talk about food, sometimes the worse it gets and the more the symptoms exacerbate. So I would just say, if you're having trouble with that, to consult with a mental health professional to figure out, the best way to go about this. And don't have this approach that things are below you, because before you know it, you're going to be where you want to be, but it's just going to take one step at a time. And just try to keep that positive attitude, and don't think of yourself as a failure because you see yourself not where you want to be. Just realize that that's a stepping stone to where you're going.
And to be a really good healer for anyone else, whether you're a parent, you're a therapist, you're a doctor, or whatever you're doing in your life, you really need to find that balance within yourself and heal yourself. So,
Lisa, thank you very much. Really interesting information. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on the show.